Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Mackenzie, and this is Sorority Recruitment 101, the only channel dedicated to answering the questions you may have about what it's like to be in a sorority in college and what it's like to go through sorority recruitment at a big university. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the secret reasons as to why a sorority might drop you after the first round. But before I get into any of that, make sure to subscribe down below and click that notification bell so you never miss a new video. In my videos, I tell you the tips and tricks you need to know if you're going through sorority recruitment, and I also talk about my experience being in a sorority at the University of Alabama. One more thing before I jump right into the video is that we launched our sorority recruitment survival kits last week. Thank you so much to all of you who have ordered one, and if you haven't gotten yours yet, make sure you head to our website now and get them because they are going fast. If you haven't seen what's in our recruitment kits yet, I'm gonna link the video that I made revealing and unboxing the entire thing in the card above. All right, we're done with that. Now let's talk about recruitment. When you go through recruitment, you talk to a lot of different people about a lot of different things. And sometimes you feel it went really well, and sometimes you feel like you didn't do too hot. That happens to everyone, so don't worry about that. But I really want to talk about the times where you feel like you did really well in the house and that you had a really good conversation, but you end up getting dropped after the first round. This actually happened to me both my first time and second time going through recruitment. I went to every house and I felt like I had a great conversation and that I got along really well with the girls, but then I didn't see them on my schedule for the second round. This can be really disappointing, but after joining a sorority and being in-house for recruitment one year, I learned the exact reasons as to why this happens. And I'm going to tell you exactly what those reasons are in this video. The first reason you could get dropped after the first round, even if you feel like you had a great conversation, is because you don't have a recommendation letter for that house. If you think about it, there's a lot of girls that go through recruitment at big universities. Sometimes there's almost 3,000. So if you don't have a recommendation letter, it's hard for them to know who you are and that you're coming through recruitment. This is why I always preach in my videos that you need recommendation letters if you're going to a big university. It just shows sororities that you're coming through recruitment and that you have alumni support to be a member of that chapter. If you don't have any recommendation letters and you need help finding them, click my link in the card above. It'll lead to my video talking about the top 3 ways to find recommendation letters for recruitment. The second reason you might get dropped after the first round is if there's a lot of legacies going through recruitment the same year as you. If you don't know what a legacy is, it just means someone going through recruitment has a mom, sister, grandmother, aunt, or cousin who was already a member of that particular sorority. So if there's a lot of legacies that year, they do tend to keep them longer through recruitment, and therefore they have to drop more people. Now, I know this is kind of frustrating, and no, legacies are not automatically given a bid to a particular sorority, but they do try and give legacies the best chance possible just because they already have ties to the chapter. Going off of legacies, another reason you could get dropped from a house after the first round is because there are a lot of in-house sisters going through recruitment. Now, an in-house sister is someone who's going through recruitment that has an older sister who's already an active member at the university. It's basically the same thing as a legacy, but the sister is in-house during recruitment. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, in-house sisters do have a leg up in the sorority that their sister is a part of. This is because the older sister is able to tell her entire chapter about her younger sister going through recruitment, and they'll look out for her and treat her like their own. In-house sisters kind of have the same protocol as legacies. If there are a lot of in-house sisters going through recruitment, that means they'll keep them longer and therefore have to drop more people who don't have ties to the chapter. And the fourth reason you might get dropped after the first round is if your GPA isn't that high. I know it may come as a surprise, but grades are actually very important to sororities nowadays. When you join a sorority, you have study hours and you need to maintain a certain GPA in order to attend events. So when they're taking in new members, they look at your GPA just because they want to take in people who are serious about their studies and that are going to put in effort to have a great GPA. The fifth and final reason why you might get dropped after the first round is if you weren't really involved in high school. Now, I'm not saying you have to be president of every organization and valedictorian. I'm not saying that at all. But they do want to see that you were involved in high school, whether that be sports, clubs, activities, or hobbies. They just want to see that you were involved and passionate about something. All right, you guys, so that's my video talking about all the reasons why a sorority might drop you after the first round, even if you feel like you had a great conversation. I know some of these reasons can be a little frustrating just because you can't control the situation, but just remember you will join a sorority by the end of the week and you always end up where you're supposed to be. If you guys have any further questions on this, feel free to comment, or you can DM me on social media and I will link all of our socials in the description box below. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.